All right, welcome back. We're talking with the superintendent of Terrebonne Parish, Philip Martin. He's been on the channel many times. And I want to morph into sports because I don't know what I would have done if when I attended high school, if we'd have had a COVID year and a hurricane year like this and we could not have played all the sports. I'm going back to that mindset. Mentally, it would have set us back a lot. So I applaud y'all for trying to get sports back in because some of the kids they're looking for distractions, they're trying to grow, they're informative times in their life. So I'm gonna back you on that. What are you doing with sports? I know that's a tough logistical thing too.
We started resume last week. We gave the green light to begin resume programs for those that can. For those that can't, you can't. Obviously, schools such as South Terrebonne and Ellender, their programs will have to resume at alternate sites and alternate locations, and they are doing that. It wasn't our highest priority to begin sports by any stretch of the imagination. Mm-hmm. We just started last week, and it's not full scale, but it has begun. Matter of fact, I know some kids were practicing volleyball at HL Bourgeois yesterday. But as you pointed out, it gives kids at least something to do, if nothing else, and gives them somewhat of a sense of normalcy and returning and occupying some of their time. And we certainly understand if a child either doesn't feel up to it or can't, mm-hmm. That's not a problem. This is not going to be any pressure situation for anybody. But we are going to begin doing what we can where we can. And obviously when you've lost two major facilities, it certainly changes how you do things. Mm-hmm. So we have begun that, the athletic programs, like I said, those that can. And I think most of them will. It may, as we said earlier, probably won't look like exactly it did before Ida, but athletic programs will continue.
And the teams will be less because some people don't have even homes to go to. I'm sure the school bus situation is tough. I'm sure the buses get flats too, like everybody else.
Well, as you pointed out, if a kid lives in an area where his home is gone, playing sports may not be on their agenda, and it may be.
No,
whichever works for the child.
Dad may need them on the roof, helping to replace the roof.
Absolutely. Whatever agenda satisfies the needs of our community, we're going to be very flexible. That has been our key word. We must be flexible and not draw lines in the sand over things that when we can help our community, that's what we want to do.
So I guess to the coaches too, and I haven't heard anybody do anything against this, but if Joe or Susie doesn't make practice on Wednesday, maybe they're a little lenient on them because they're probably helping out at the house.
Absolutely. Those are the issues we pointed out that we want to be very sensitive to, that not everyone, we've just endured a major catastrophic hurricane, and our community has been severely impacted, and we have to be compassionate, patient, and understanding.
And we had a lot of inches of rain with Nicholas coming over to add insult to injury.
Yeah. Well, that's what some of the disheartening news I got this morning was connected to this latest bout of rain. That it's as I pointed out earlier, it's going to set us back a week, at least a week. So, but those challenges are just that, challenges. But we're going to meet them, and we may have some setbacks along the way, and we have to remain moving forward, and we will. Schools will reopen at some point in time. I wish I could put a period behind that of when that would happen, but happen it will.
Yeah, well, Philip, once again, thanks for the leadership. And I teased you the other day. I said, well, you're going away party. You now that you retirement, you were going to go off in the sunset and probably come back and do some other things. And now you're dealing with a crisis. So it wasn't the way you planned it, but I know you have the spirit and the capacity to do it for sure.
Well, none of us know what life holds for us. There are some unexpected things, and certainly this was unexpected for all of us. We all knew there was the potential for hurricanes, and we're vulnerable to hurricanes, but you don't really think it's going to be as bad as this one was.
Right. Well, because we really didn't have anything to gauge, even our age group. We had Betsy to gauge it on, but I was so young for Betsy, and I just remember the aftermath. But talking to the old timers, Ida replaced Betsy.
Without a doubt. This will be the standard which hurricanes are measured for our area, I suspect, for generations to come.
Ida replaced Katrina with winds.
Yes.
But our levees held. And that's the silver lining. And I know people in Cocodrie and it got hit from behind by Lake Boudreaux and Lake Robinson. Different story. They got the water. But all in all, as a parish, the levees held. It could have been a Katrina on steroids, too. But so we do have to look at some positives.
None of our schools flooded. They got water in them, but it was wind-driven water. It wasn't from rising floodwaters.
All right. Well, let us know what we can do to help. I said it before. We have extra frequencies. We got things. So if we can help you in any way, let us know.
Thank you very much, Martin.
All right. Once again, Philip Martin, the superintendent of Terrebonne Parish. We have a lot of Lafourche guests coming up in short order from the council and the administration. We're going to talk with him. In the order of the day, folks, is to be patient. And look, that includes me. That includes everybody, because one thing that just really gets me is when people are working their butts off and they're getting called and harassed, and really people are not very nice to them when they're doing the best they can while their home is gone. So folks, before you scream at somebody for your garbage not being picked up or for your kids playing sports or whatever it is, think about it. We'll be right back.